fault. And to my daughter, I'm sorry, but I cannot go back to the bottom. Sleeping on the floor in apartments, gotta move with it on me. They wanna put a hole in your father. Before that, I be facing your honor. Me, my niggas like soldiers.
And they left Cha-Cha on them steps. We been trying Slumboy shit, if we catch him, D next. And ain't no going out to eat, ask Louis V about that mess.
No, I gotta get it south, so I just been on the road. And I see my daughter face every time that my eyes close. Let dissing on the guys, you know we dead wrong. They gotta stay away from us to keep their head on. We gon' catch him out of bounds in that red zone. He in the streets, ass up, he should've stayed home.
Oh my God, my son, I was taking pictures of my son, and oh my God, we had to fucking duck. This boy just got killed. 16th and right here by 16th and Pulaski.
Why these niggas try and act hard like man wasn't slumped next to that black car?
The first to troll, the first to get deleted.
Yo, he the emoji with that white shit wrapped around his head. You heard me?
On the morning of October 12, 2025, Siani Smith was fatally shot near her home on the 7400 block of Dix Avenue. She was transported by a private vehicle to Penn Presbyterian Medical Center, bypassing emergency services, where she was pronounced dead. Police quickly identified Quamir Jones as her domestic partner and primary suspect. Jones evaded capture for nearly 3 months, prompting the involvement of the U.S. Marshals Eastern Pennsylvania Violence Crime Fugitive Task Force. He was arrested on January 7, 2026 on the 200 block of East Mermaid Lane in Chestnut Hill. Almost immediately, this story started to make its way around Reddit and Instagram, as the Reddit detectives found out who the alleged perpetrator was. He goes by YP Slumboy and is a relatively well-known figure in Philly drill. Even though this case has nothing to do with the neighborhood beef that YP had with people from Zoo Gang, the violence that he often rapped about would be the same thing that ended his child's mother's life. YP Slumboy represents the flags, or black flags, mostly from Blumberg Housing Complex. I'm not sure exactly what block he grew up on, but from everything I can gather, it's from around those projects. In the spring of 2022, just as Philly drill was getting a broader audience, one of his main rivals and former friends, Burke Street Man, was one of the main ones getting a lot of attention for dissing YP's friends that had recently been killed. As with most of the stories I tell, the way things ended up playing out with Man and most involved in the beef was wholly predictable. First, Man and other Zoo members went to the Blumberg Housing Complex to record the response to YP's 6 feeders. And anyone who was paying attention at the time knows this only poured gasoline on the raging fire of the flags versus the Zoo Gang war.
On them steps, we been trying Slumboy shit, if we catch him, D next. And ain't no
steps, we been trying Slumboy shit, if we catch him, D next.
That incident put YP on the map as far as drill rap and internet clout. Siani Smith grew up somewhere in Philadelphia. I wasn't able to get too much info on her childhood. However, I know she was close with her mom for a fact. She was also close with various aunts and uncles. The only reason I know she was close with her mother is because that's who she resided with at the time of her death. I couldn't find too much info besides that in time for release. Her and YP met up in around 2018, and they've had an on-again, off-again relationship since then, having a daughter in that time span. As far as how their relationship was on a day-to-day basis, I can only guess that it was toxic. The reason I say that is that people that are closer to the situation I've talked to say since day one that their relationship was rocky. Accusations of cheating and abuse loomed heavy over them. Throughout 2024 and 2025, Siani was tweeting about, as far as I can tell, their relationship. Having a child with someone links you two together forever. So even if their relationship wasn't on at any given moment, they still had to interact for their daughter's sake.
How do y'all do it? Do y'all like trust everybody that come across? Or
No, every woman
you
gets dealt
got some bad shit.
with.
Sometimes
Every woman
they
get
come
dealt
fight
with
them,
in different ways.
Yeah,
bro.
you
It
can't give
depends
it
on
no,
the type of woman.
100%.
I feel like that bum shit as a girl don't mean nothing. If she got a plan. You feel me? If she got a plan is everything to me. You feel me? If you don't got no goals, you're not aspiring to do nothing. You feel me? Like
This comment from the BFG podcast could have been a subliminal towards Siani. Once again, I don't know much about their relationship, so I can't speculate too much. I first heard of YP in 2021 when him, Shido, and Tally were releasing a good amount of music together and separately.
Send me to jail.
Nigga, if something happened to you.
Yeah, forgot my mask, we gon' do this shit right here. Fuck right here. Don't believe them rats, them niggas went dead, up it. I lost my dog, we took that score, and niggas, yeah, up it. He was different on fall, we built a bed, stuffed it. Really blew his shit off close and ain't throw up but nothing.
Dumb, at least he tried. Only hit 3 times, at least he died. Tried to make perfect, miss on his first drill, but shit, at least he tried. Hope you know what's gonna occur when me and Nick Curry hop out there. MVP most violent.
On flag, bitch. Most violent player.
When the very public war of the Flags vs. Zoo Gang was at its most talked about, Shido was shot and almost killed while he was seated alongside his friend, Neef, who was killed that night. Neef is seen here in the aforementioned video dissing a lot of Zoo Gang members. YP has always been talked about as one of the best drill rappers in the city. For people who did actually like his music, their biggest complaint was his inconsistency.
Bro, them down to A, you was hiding for that B. Die if you play with us, think I'm lying, come and see. Fuck this bitch, she thinks she flag, I make a line, you for this D. Like little bro, hold the cat, he gon' bring it back on E. It's the F that turned me up, but I been a fucking G. Bands busting out the pocket of the jeans that cost a band. Know we got too many packs, every day a different strand. Oh, that slum under the mask? Yeah, get back from my man. Know we hunting for him, that's why they go to stores holding hands. Always used to cheat on the game, then I married it. Bitches used to sleep on Slumboy, now I carry it. You ain't gon' post your dead folks, that's embarrassing. Tell me, would you like some more shots, Mr. Garrett? Waving black flags, we them pirates in the Caribbean. Taliban, put my switchy on, issue Arabic. Did you order beef? Bring it well done with asparagus. Back to back, corny diss tracks. Is you serious? They saying please drop Slum, we want that dog shit back. I told them go and drop a thumb and we gon' put that belt to ass. I don't even count to 10. Fuck around and see a ghost. We done smoke so much range and now that nigga just a roast. Niggas say they getting back, they ain't even getting close. Niggas dropping back to back, for they mamas get the coke. We ain't smoking lag today, we smoking on the other beat. Burnt the pack out and then we went and got another beat. Slip for him, and we got his man, that's a double B. Hop on, let that case sting their ass like a bumblebee. I'm on T, fucking with the dog out the double tree. The rubber band, it ain't shit to get you hit. Ask around, Slum the man, let him walk up on the clap and he gon' do his favorite dance. Put a switch on top the pound, this shit jump like John Morant. Got these niggas mad, know they wanna kill me, but they can't. We want blood tonight, hop beside that van and go vent. They ain't really sliding, they just get on live and go on rants. How to join the flash, kill one of them and you get stamped.
Since then, a lot of the main players in that particular beef have been killed or went to jail, as usual. While YP was gang warring in the streets, him and Siani moved to Norristown shortly after it got impossible to stay in Philly for YP. And that brings us to October of 2025. YP and Siani are in the off again part of their relationship. They still speak, and YP sees his daughter as much as he could. The tension is there between the two, but they're trying to work things out. YP's close friend YM1000 from Richard Allen is throwing a no violence drill party. YP and Siani are both in attendance that night. YP ends up performing along with other Philly drill veterans like Tally, Shido, and YSN Uth. The night, by all accounts, was a success. Everyone had a good time and left. Where YP went after the party is unknown. He had a place down South Philly where he laid his head sometimes, so maybe he went there. But Siani went home. What happens next comes directly from the police affidavit. According to Siani's mom, Siani got home in the early morning hours of October 12th, which woke her up. She said she heard Siani talking to her daughter, and the mom said she then went back to sleep. Witness number 1 says he had known Siani for about 2 years. He told police that in the early morning hours of October 12th, he was with his friends when Siani called and asked him to come over. He told her he was with the guys right now and he would come when he was done. At around 4:50 a.m., he told police he pulled up to her house on Dix Avenue. When she came out, they chilled in the car. According to his account, they were in the car for about 30 minutes when what witness 1 describes as a dark colored car with tinted windows drove by westbound. After making a U-turn, the car pulled alongside the pair. The witness pointed out YP Slumboy as the man. He said YP pulled alongside them a little bit in front, got out wearing a black hoodie and a black COVID mask. He said YP looked inside the car, then went to the trunk to get a black book bag. YP walked back to witness number 1's car, and witness 1 says that when he asked YP if he was blocking the driveway or what the problem was, he said YP replied, "Huh?" He asked the same question again, and YP said, "What?" As he's saying what, he's pulling a black handgun from the book bag and putting the gun inside the door and firing once. Witness number 1 says he sped off and heard another shot hit his driver's side vent window, that little small window that's in front of your regular window. As he was driving off, he heard 2 or 3 more shots and noticed Siani had been hit in the left arm. He drove her to Penn Presbyterian Hospital. Now here's where things get tricky, and witness number 1's action raised my eyebrows. He tells police once he got to the hospital, he helped Siani into the hospital, then left. He called her friend to tell her what happened and notify the family and get to the hospital. At 5:34 a.m., Siani was pronounced. Witness number 1 drove his white Cadillac back to his spot, parked up, and called his lawyer. Now this could have been the smartest move, and in the end was the right thing to do. But now obviously police are going to start digging into him now because of those actions, and I'm going to just leave that there. When Siani first left her house, her mom went back to sleep. Siani's mom was awoken to 5 or 6 gunshots after she fell back asleep. She then received a phone call from YP. YP said there was a group of men outside and that he needed her to go across the street and pick up shell casings. The mom says she went outside to look but didn't see anything. She also said she saw a man with a flashlight down the street, so she went back inside. According to the affidavit, 8 calls were made between YP and Siani's mom, with the first one being at 5:23, a missed FaceTime. He FaceTimed again at 5:23, with that call lasting 8 seconds. A missed FaceTime at 5:24, and then a 24-second FaceTime at 5:24. As you can see, all these calls are happening within seconds, and some are missed. Then, at 5:35, 1 minute after Siani was pronounced dead at the hospital, he tried calling Siani's mom again. About 20 minutes later, at 5:54, she called YP, and that call lasted 8 seconds. A missed incoming call at 6:05, and a canceled outgoing at 7:16. What to make of all this is hard at this very moment. The truth will most likely come out at court. I know people are going to have opinions and theories, but I'm going to refrain from speculation at this point. But that didn't stop Reddit and Instagram, like I said. The theories started flying as soon as the tragic news hit. There might even have been family members in there too, arguing over this situation. The death of Siani rocked a lot of people's world, not least her daughter, who now has no mother or father to show her the way. Hopefully, she has lots of loving family around her, because she will be talked about the least but affected the most by this story. Siani's mom will not have to be the witness at her murder case instead of witness to her achievements in life. For a figure like YP Slumboy, disappearing is difficult. His face is known to thousands. His music videos are highly viewed, yet he managed to evade capture through the holidays of 2025. This likely involved cutting off all digital communications and moving between houses and relying on the silence of all of his associates.
What about a jacket? My family?
His immediate story was self-defense, as that's what he told friends and family members as the story started to circulate about. A few weird things he did was comment on a post about her well after he allegedly killed her. Domestic violence is not a joke. The violence YP portrayed in his music, along with his failings as a man, his failings to control his temper, and the trauma he's gone through, all culminated in a tragic incident for everyone involved. To summarize, Siani Smith had recently separated from Kwame Jones, the father of her child, and moved back into her mother's home in Southwest Philadelphia. Early on the morning of October 12, 2025, Siani was sitting in a parked car outside her house with a male friend. Just minutes after Kwame attempted to call Siani from a location near her home, a dark sedan pulled up alongside them. The masked man exited the vehicle, retrieved a firearm from his trunk, and fired into the car, fatally wounding Siani. As Siani's friend rushed her to the hospital, Kwame Jones began frantically calling Siani's mother. During a FaceTime call, he claimed that a group of boys had been outside the house and instructed the mother to go outside and hide evidence, specifically asking her to pick up shell casings because they would be traced back to a gun that was registered in his name. Police investigations later revealed that Kwame Jones owns a 9mm Glock consistent with the weapon used. Furthermore, cell tower data contradicted any alibi, tracking his phone traveling from the murder scene in Southwest Philadelphia back to where he laid his head in South Philly immediately after the shooting. Kwame Jones, or YP Slumboy, is innocent until proven guilty. The early life of Kwame is a puzzle with missing pieces, but the picture that emerges is one of a young man who successfully navigated the treacherous path from anonymity to local fame, only to falter when it was time to make the most crucial decision. He utilized the drill genre to amplify his voice and escape his circumstances. However, the persona of YP Slumboy, built on aggression and dominance, could not protect him from, and perhaps contributed to, the disintegration of his personal life. The murder of Siani Smith stands as a grim finale to a life barely lived, a tragedy that shows, in all its bitter reality, the persistent weight and trauma that the families of Philadelphia move through. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Thanks for watching American Confidential, and until next time, be safe.